guys, welcome back to another video where I am just sitting on my bed because that is what I am best at. So I just got home from a cochlear implant appointment, and this was a doctor's appointment where they did a bunch of testing to see if I qualified and just to talk about maybe getting cochlear implants down the road. My audiologist has been kind of pushing me to do this appointment for a couple of years, but I've always been like, no, I don't want an implant, like I don't think I need it, blah 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 blah. But something changed in me this summer. I think my hearing did get a little worse, and I was like, yeah, I kind of need it. So I booked the appointment for today. 2 days ago, I went to my audiologist and I got an audiogram done, and it turned out my hearing is actually better than it had been, which is like crazy, and I know it fluctuates, but it's just, I don't know, this year has been like so tumultuous that's just here that it's gotten better. It hadn't even been on my radar. So when I heard that, I was like, wow, that's great. So I went for my cochlear implant appointment today, and the team was really great, and I had about an hour of testing. In order to qualify, you have to get below a certain percentage with your devices on, like with best audio quality. So I got tested with my hearing aids on. We tried like one at a time and then both of them. So how it went is that they did short words and then they did sentences to see how you can decipher things in context, and then they did sentences with noise in the background and then sentences with a lot of noise in the background, which was really hard. And it was just purely based on audio. There were no visual signals, nothing like that, no lip reading, nothing. It was just audio, and I actually did like really good on them. With the loudest noise setting, I did pretty poorly. I got about like 54% of the sentences right, which is just like not ideal, but it's like pretty good, especially since there were no visual cues and it was a really noisy situation for that particular test. So I actually found out that I don't qualify for cochlears on either ear yet. I thought I qualified on one ear, and my audiologist thought that maybe I would, but I don't. But because I have such a fluctuating hearing loss and because I'm still young, we still talked about the possibility of getting them down the road, and we talked about them in depth because I probably will have to get cochlears, or at least one, down the road. And it was just a really good informational visit, and it took like 2 hours. I asked a lot of questions, and I think the thing about this appointment was that before I was like really like against it. I was still into it, but I was just like, I just really just don't want to get a cochlear. And then after the appointment, now that I know that I don't qualify, I'm more open to the idea if things get worse, and I'm more comforted by the fact knowing that if things get worse, I can do something to make it better. So it went really well. I feel more comforted now knowing that there are things that I can do, and also my audiologist has been pushing this appointment for a really long time, and it's just always been something that's been there at the back of my mind, just thinking about getting them, but I just never came to this appointment, and I'm glad I did because now I know more. So I'm just going to just kind of see how I am in certain situations going forward and see if I think it gets worse or better and just monitor it. It's definitely not the last time I'm going back to that office because I'm gonna follow up with them and probably get a cochlear down the road, which is just a whole nother thing. Like, I just don't want to do it because like once you do it, you can't go back. So I only want to do it if I like know 100% that is what I want to do, and I'm just not there yet, and it's not there yet. So it was a good appointment, but I thought I would update you guys. And if any of you guys have cochlears or are thinking about it, let me know about your experience. And I'm definitely going to be looking more into cochlears, and I have a lot of friends that have them, so I'm definitely going to be like calling them and asking about all these things because I had 1,000,001 questions and I still have more. So that was my cochlear appointment. I'm glad I did it. It went really well, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.